It's Michael here. Hope everyone's doing well. How are you guys today, and gals? Hope you guys are doing well. We're just going to wait another minute here, and hopefully for those who are on already, if you have questions, please start typing those in so we can kind of get a bank of questions and we can kind of look ahead and see what you're asking, and we can kind of get to a spot that might help if we have to share screens or anything like that. So if you have any questions, go ahead and start filling those out. I'm going to drop in, and Randy and Matthew are on the call. Randy, I'm going to drop in that CSV you were just talking about, so if you just want to kind of tell everyone what that is.
I sure will, thanks. So what Matthew's going to drop in is I put in just a sample CSV. This is geared to those that are coming to the Hannibal event, and it's just kind of a mock-up CSV, so you can give me the items that you would like for me to sample. So when you're at the event, we're going to use these samples to create testimonials, and so that you can take those back home and you know, see the products that you're selling on your store, that kind of thing. So if you have any questions with that, just, you know, you can email me or Barry at customerservice@printexinc.com, or my email address is randy@printexinc.com. But I need to start getting those from all of those that are attending the Hannibal event so I can get your samples ready. So far we have 12 signed up. I'd like to cut it off at 15. We'll leave it open until we get 15, but we already have 12, so that's great. And we want to make sure everybody has enough personal attention. Again, the whole focus with this event in Hannibal is to give everybody the basic information they need to get their store set up and start being in business. We want to show you how to start from just an idea that you have, go out being able to find an image, take that image, turn it into a product, show you how to create products, use the tools inside T-Rex. From there, we want to show you how to create a campaign, then a collection, help you a little bit with putting your store together. But, you know, bottom line is, if you're getting started, all you need is one campaign to go out and start trying to get orders in. So many people all the time, they get so bogged down, and I need to have my whole site together. I need to have my store where it's all connected. I need to have all these things in it. That's not true at all. You really need to get to the point where you have one campaign and go out and try to start testing that and selling that. And we're going to make sure before you leave this weekend that you're able to do all that. And then also show you all the other tools in T-Rex that help you become aware with those.
Cool. I know Matthew, well, I'm going to start looking at some of these questions. I know a couple people in Facebook had kind of wanted just a quick review of, what was it, the Optin Builder, the survey plugin? Was that it, Randy?
Yeah. So there's been a couple questions on some of the other tools that we really never discussed, and so whenever we can turn it over to Matthew, you can kind of walk through some of that and the funnel briefly for those that missed it last week. But you know, today we're going to run everybody through the what our plans are for the Hannibal event, and just kind of cover some of the areas so that when you get here, you just didn't hear it for the first time. And then allow people to ask questions and cover some things that maybe people really want to hear and we haven't covered. We want to make sure that we get you that info.
Okay, Matthew, so I'm going to go ahead and, why don't you, if you want to get set up for that, just let me know when you're ready. And
yeah,
then,
I'm ready. Yeah.
Okay, you want to do it now? Let me just, let me hand you over and then that will give us a chance to get some of these questions that are coming in. We'll kind of get a bank of them. So let me go ahead and make you the presenter. And, okay. And I think you're ready.
Okay.
Okay, so your Skype, there you go.
Yeah, have you got the right one now?
Yep, got it.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so what I've got is an Optin campaign. I'm not really going to show any setup or anything, but I'll just give a brief overview of the Optin and what it does. So I set one up earlier, which is a win a mug campaign. So this is something that you can do with the Optin Builder, which is a great way of list building. And so you would basically give something away. So in this case, it's a mug, So you'd be losing a little bit of money. Some people do a white t-shirt because they're cheap t-shirts, but you know, you'd be paying to build your list, and then once you got your list, then you can mark it over and over to the guys on the list, and it takes Facebook out of the equation and all the guesswork and, you know, the money that you spend on Facebook, and you can just keep emailing the guys on your list. So the good thing is with this opt-in builder is we can use it for personalization as well. So this is kind of you know, a basic squeeze page. We've got the image here of the product that they're going to opt in to win. So if I opt in, you've got control over this word at the top here, this grandma nickname. So it might be you know, the year you were born or anything like that. So you can control whatever's there. So in this case, it would be, say, Granny, and then I'll put my name in, and I'll just put email address in there, and then we go submit. Okay, then we hit a thank you page, and then we redirect it to what is basically a campaign page. So this is a regular campaign, but it's been edited for the purpose of landing on directly after opting in. So the idea here is we know they want this item because they've opted in to win it, and then we give them a discount coupon code as well on this page, so you can make some sales as well on the back end. If they don't want to wait to be entered into the draw, they can get the chance to actually buy that right away. And you can see whatever name they put in. You can do this is a single name one, but you can do this with a one name or a two name, and it will actually personalize the t-shirt, or in this case a mug, so they land on the page with their name on the item already as well. So that is basically the opt-in builder. So it's a pretty powerful thing. And then once you have got them, it shows you that your leads there, and then you can go ahead and use the mailer, and then you can market to them with lots of different ways of using the mailer to market to them. So that is the opt-in builder, and I think Randy's going to be covering that in Hannibal. And then we've got the survey here as well. I haven't got one made, so I will make one right away. So with the survey builder, if you're going to make a survey, you need to start backwards. So you start with your thank you page. So I've got one here in draft, which I'll quickly edit. So the thank you page is just where they land afterwards. So I'll just put thanks for your answers. Publish that. And then this is the bit that you'll be interested in. This is the actual survey page, how you create the survey page. So you would just give it a name. So we'll just call this test survey, test. So you've got an area at the top here where you can put text and images as well. So we'll just put answer the questions below. To win a free shirt. So you can use this in a similar way by doing a giveaway if you want to. It's also a great way to collect data about people as well that you can use for targeting. So say like if you're doing NFL football and stuff like that, you can collect data which you can then use for targeting people for your Facebook ads. So here, add form fields, this is where you put your questions in. So you can have a text box or a text area. A text box is just a small field where they can put their answers, and a text area is somewhere where you can collect more data. So we'll just put what year were you born, and then here you can make it so it's forced a forced answer or not. So it means they have to answer that question to move on. We can also do personalization with this as well. So I'll check that, and then you can only do F name and L name, which is first name and last name. So if you're going to land them on a personalized shirt, it's much the same as what I showed you with the Optin builder. So I don't actually have one prepared, but it's very similar. So when you see the live survey page in a minute, basically whatever they enter in that field is going to put in position on the shirt that they land on, or the product they land on. So I'll just check that to F name. So it could be a date as well. It's just F name is how you set the product up in the back end. So here, what's your last name? And when you do it, you see now it's only L name, so you can only do F name and L name once. And then we'll just put okay, and I'll just do a text field or a text area so you can see what that looks like as well. And then as well, what I would do if I was doing a giveaway is I would put, what's your best email to notify winners, or something like that. So it's a good way of actually squeezing out their email out of them in a nice way. And then I might not make that forced as well, because some people are funny about giving out their email address. Extra content here, you can just put some extra stuff which shows underneath the form. Winners will be notified via email. And then we've got a tracking script here as well, so you can pixel those people. So you know if you're doing a survey about, say, NFL or whatever, or a certain team, then you can track them using a Facebook pixel and then retarget them as well. Here is where you just select your thank you page. And then here is where submit, that's the text that's on your button. You can switch the header off if you want, and you can add your logo. Just add that T-Rex one. And then here, I haven't got the links, but you would put your privacy policy and your terms of service URL in there so that you stay within Facebook's rules, and then just hit publish. So what I've done with these surveys before as well, if you're looking for questions, especially for football and stuff, if you just Google, quiz, quiz on Roll Tide or whatever, then you can easily find questions. Because, like, for me, it's difficult being in England and not knowing about American football. It's a really easy way of finding questions. So here is basically the form. This little asterisk here shows you whether it's forced or not. So we can just put 1978 there, last name there. How many grandkids do you have? 4. .com, and then you would just go ahead and hit submit. Like I say, you can put pictures and stuff in that area at the bottom. So if you're giving something away, you can put a picture there. And that's just redirected me to a really basic thank you page that I've had. But like I say, you can redirect them and land them on a personalized shirt as well. So if I'd had more time, I would have made a nice looking one for you, but hopefully you get the idea there. And I'm sure that I'll get something prepped up for Randy's event as well, so that he can show you some really good ways of using that. So that's pretty much it. Did you want me to show the funnel again?
Yeah, would you, Matthew, kind of walk through that? And again, for everybody that just got on the call, we just walk through some of the things that we haven't really discussed much in the previous weeks. And then this weekend in Hannibal, we'll Skype Matthew in, and he can kind of walk through some of these higher level things for us so that we all have a better understanding of these tools. Yeah, so for anyone who hasn't seen the funnel, I'll do this quick. I mean, I did go over it the other day, and the recordings in the members area. But with the funnels now, before you had regular campaigns and you had regular products.
Now we've got funnel products as well, and we've got funnel campaigns. So if you were going to be putting together a full funnel, first thing you would need to do is create your funnel products. Now you can go to your regular products here, and we've now got this button here. So if you've got some products in here that you want to use, you can just, one click will just take those straight over to the funnels products. And it's also the same with campaigns. We've added this now, so you can duplicate your campaign to a funnel campaign as well. So that keeps them separate, plus the functionality is slightly different with funnel campaigns. And if I just have a quick look in here, they're pretty much exactly the same. When you go and edit them, most settings are virtually the same. The only extra thing that we've got in here now is the no thanks image. So as they're going through a funnel, they'll be able to either click the one-click upsell, or they'll be able to click no thank you, and that button will take them to the downsell. And when you add your products here, the only products that are shown are the products that are under the funnel products, so they don't get mixed up with the regular stuff. So once you've created your products and created your campaigns, you're then ready to go ahead and create a funnel. So that is under the funnel section here. So here I've got a test funnel here, so let's just go and have a look. So this is just a basic test funnel, and it's a personalized campaign, so we can put a name in. Just let that catch up. Choose our size, add to cart. So when we get to the cart page, you can only use Stripe for this, so there's no PayPal option, and the reason is you just absolutely cannot use PayPal for one-click upsells, because PayPal takes you away from your site and the transaction is done over on PayPal, so it's just impossible to use PayPal. So it's Stripe only. And you will notice that these products here are removed as well, and there's two reasons for that. One is that you're doing your upsell in the funnel as opposed to in the cart, and two is it messes up the actual process of ordering as well, so they're removed. So if I just quickly do a test purchase here, what's going to happen when I do this test purchase is Stripe will generate a token, and basically it will save, it will hold the details, the customer's details, it will hold those details for about 10 or 15 minutes, which allows us to do the one-click upsells. So technically it's actually separate purchases, but it rolls it into one purchase. So after they hit the cart, they see this first upsell. So with this particular campaign, this is within the funnel campaigns, I've switched off the header up here, so there's no menus or distractions or anything. And you can see we've got the click to add to my order or no thank you. So if I actually chose to get that, I would just click that, and that one-click upsell has just bought that, and then it's going to land us on the thank you page. And I'll just show you in a minute how deep you can go with the funnel. So that was only 2 products in the funnel, but you can take it quite deep. Just go a bit slow. Okay, so it's now landed on the thank you page. I just put that button in there where I've been testing, so I can go back around quick. But the thank you page, now we've got this print invoice button or link, so the customer can click that and they can print their invoice out right away if they want to do that. And we've also got a shortcode which puts these details in here, so it's a bit like the details that they get in their email, so they can see what they purchased right away, because with one-click upsells people tend to click the button and not realize that they're actually buying stuff. So it can land them on this page, and you could change this text up here with something like, this is exactly what you purchased, please check it and make sure it's right, or whatever, just so they know instantly they've just bought some stuff from your funnel. So looking back in the back end of the funnel, under this section here where I was, the funnel section, so this is where you create your funnels after you've made your campaigns. looking back in there, if we go and edit this one, this is how you actually build out your funnels. So you would give it a name first off, and then any funnel campaigns you've got will appear in these drop-down menus, and it's just a case of hitting the drop-down menu and just choosing whichever product you want in whichever position. So obviously this is your front end one, then it hits the cart, and then you get the first upsell there, and then when this is the campaign which will show the no thank you button. So if they hit no thanks, they go to the downsell. If they click yes or the add to cart button, then they've bought it and it goes to the next upsell. And then it goes down through this funnel. So you can put as many campaigns in this funnel as you want up until this level. You know, you're limited to where this ends here. But wherever you do actually end that, so, you know, like you saw, I only had that one upsell there. Wherever you do end that, it then goes to this thank you page here, whichever thank you page you set. And you can just choose, you know, we've only got one thank you page here, but you might want a custom thank you page for a particular funnel. You could easily create that. And then we've got personalization in the funnel as well. You've got two ways to personalize. You've got the URL or the name from the cart. So if you choose the URL one, it takes whichever name's been put in on this front end campaign, and it will pass that through all the products through the funnel. And if you use the customer name from cart, this will take the name from the billing details, and it will. So if they put a name in on the shirt here, and then it was a different name to what they used in their billing address, it would take it from the cart billing address, and it would then put it on your personalized product on this next upsell and throughout the funnel there. Excuse me. The other thing you need to know is this is the link where you would be driving your traffic. You can't drive traffic straight to the funnel campaigns here. You have to take the link from the actual funnel URL there. So yeah, that's pretty much a quick overview of the funnel.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm gonna have a couple questions. I'm just gonna start from the top, not necessarily on the funnel yet. We'll let people kind of digest that, and then some from the group from yesterday. So it's a question from Graham, and I'm not sure if Randy, if you would know this, or maybe I know this is kind of Greg brought this up, but do you have any updates on the products from Shine?
No, that's more of a great question. Yeah, he'll be back in town tomorrow. I don't know where he's at with those.
Okay. So yeah, well, Graham, we'll get back to you on that. This is from Carl, and he's wondering if anyone knows a suggestion how to get set up a link or set up or link a cell phone to the 1-800 toll-free number.
Yeah,
and, go ahead, Matt.
Sorry. Yeah, I used a thing with Twilio, which is pretty good. If you want to hear about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't actually have. Or if you want to ask some other questions, I'll get it ready right now.
Okay. Yeah, so just hold on, Carl. Let's see. How do we get the funnel buttons? Has this been released yet? So I know the funnel has not been officially released yet. What I'll do is I'll drop in a couple of the buttons that you might have seen on Matthew's computer, and again, you can use those, or you can look for other ones that may. And really kind of just, you know, depending if you want to test a couple here and there, but I'll drop those in here in a second. As far as like the no, continue to my order, or yes, add that to my order, I'll drop those in here for you guys.
Where do you think we're at, Matthew, on getting that, being able to release the funnel to everybody? Have we cleaned up some of the bugs we're working on? Are we pretty close?
Yeah, we're pretty close now, yeah. I would say perhaps towards the end of the week, possibly Monday.
Okay. Yeah, to those that are asking, I mean, yeah, we just haven't given you the upgrade on it yet because we're working that out, but it's coming soon. You're a T-Rex member and you're hosting with us and everything. You get that for free.
Okay, so here's one that says, from Timothy, I get an error message when I click onto the TREXWP image in Facebook. It says you do not have access to this content. And Are you talking about the Facebook group, Timothy? Let me know.
I think that's probably because he's trying to access his page when he's not logged into his business manager. If his business manager has claimed the page and he's logged into his personal account and he tries to visit it, I think it's that.
Oh, okay.
Possibly.
Yeah. Okay, so I was looking for the Photoshop video. Okay, it's also from Timothy. He might be having the problem where he's trying to log. He's not getting certain content in the members area. So Timothy, what you want to do if you're in the members area, you're not seeing certain content, just submit a ticket, and Matthew will check it out and be able to upgrade the account if all is good.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, send in the ticket.
No, as Randy said, no, you don't have to buy the funnel. It comes with it if you are a member and hosting with us. And Bruce said something about Grasshopper has that service as far as the 1-800 number stuff. So, and I know Matthew has something else too.
Dave said he's not getting any sound. It must be on you, Dave.
Yeah, so what I use for phone numbers is this OpenVBX thing, and you can download a script from here. It's totally free, and you download it, you upload the script to your cPanel, and then you go to the URL and it guides you through the installation. It only takes a couple of minutes, and then this is linked up with your Twilio account and your PayPal account, and it runs from your website, and you can add as many numbers as you want. I think it costs $2 to get a number, and then you link up your PayPal account and you pay kind of per call from it, so you can get free phone numbers from all around the world. And then you can actually set it up with these flows. So what you can do, let's add a new one. The cool thing is you can get it so you can make it so it says, you know, press 1 for this, press 1 for that. You can just drag and drop these flows to add them. You can upload your own MP3 messages, or you can make it read text like a robot, which is really handy for me because I've got a UK accent. So if I'm marketing in America, all I need to do is type in whatever I want. You know, I'll just put, hey, press 1 for support. Save that there, and then I can just drag in this one here. So, oops, and I can make this so it presses 1, and you know I can put here, please contact our support desk for your tracking link, like that, and you can add as many of these as you want and as many numbers as you want, and it's a really cool service, and it's really cheap. So this would be press 1 like that. It's really cheap. You can actually call out as well, so if anywhere you are in the world, you can call out to your customers using like the online service, so it doesn't actually cost you the price of a normal phone call. Yeah, and it's just really cool. So that's a great solution for anyone looking for a phone number.
Okay.
Michael, you want to just kind of go over the Hannibal agenda and walk through some of the things? We can kind of start discussing some of that.
Sure.
I'll do it, and you can kind of jump in and help me where I get stuck. But again, next Thursday, you're welcome to start arriving. The event will start Friday, February 17th. We'll get started about 8 o'clock. And so I'll meet everybody in the lobby. We'll get going from there. We'll come down to Printex, and you'll get a tour of Printex and get to see, you know, the products. And hopefully by then I've got everybody's samples in. We'll have those ready for you as well. But we kind of want to roam around, and we'll share those samples with everybody here at the event. And we'll take some pictures so that when we get back to the conference room, we can kind of start working through Photoshop, learning some of those tools, and then building our testimonials. So in the morning, we're going to spend a lot of time just giving you some of the basics in Photoshop if you need that, show you how to kind of take something from an idea to be able to go out on the internet, grab an image, add some text to it, put it in Photoshop, save it as a PNG, and then be ready to build products, or be able to use that for testimonials, and then later on the weekend for some Facebook ads. And sometime after lunch, we'll start looking at building the products and for your store, taking some of the products you have, show you how to clone those products, how to create new ones, and building several products so that later on we can walk you through on how to create your own campaigns. We'll spend some time with that, and then if we get time by the end of the day on Friday, we'll start showing you how to take those campaigns and turn them into collections. Again, what we'll do, the format of it is really more of a boot camp too. So we'll kind of walk you through the simple things, show everybody how it's done, give everybody a chance to start applying that, and then we'll have enough people around us so that we can be there and help you if you get stuck, lean over your shoulder, and kind of show you anything that you're looking for. Then day 2, Saturday, kind of we'll get started around the same time. We will get a chance to go out. We can all go out and eat together on Friday night. Those that want to go, we'll try to spend a lot of time networking as well. It's really important on these events. I benefit greatly from that, being able to just not only talk with you guys as customers, but and then network and learn from each other, from product building to running ads and strategies, and it's that's a big part of the event. So we want to make sure we get enough time to do that as well. Saturday, we'll start diving into Facebook fan pages and showing you how to set up your Facebook ads and targeting on Facebook, and we'll work through that pretty much most of the day. And then if we get time on Saturday, we'll get with Matthew. We'll look again at that opt-in builder, and then the email marketer, and some other things as well. But we want to spend as much time on Saturday evening, giving you guys all the time you need to make sure that you're comfortable with getting your products built, campaigns built, and everything that you want to walk away from this event that you've got down. Sunday, we'll do a good overview on everything. Maybe spend some time on the funnel, but making sure that everybody has got all their questions answered, and that you feel good about your investment in time in coming here to Hannibal. We'll try to cut out around noon Sunday so that you can plan your travel schedules, from that. Again, we've got 12 signed up. I'd really like to cut it off at 15. We'll leave it open until we get 15, but if we don't, that's fine. And if you haven't sent, and most of you have not, sent me your sample order, I need to get those in so that I have time to build it. I mean, if we have 15 people and I'm putting together 6 samples, that's a lot for me to get done ahead of you, and I think it's going to be important to what you have here at this event. Did I leave anything else, Michael, or is there any question too that maybe we could?
Yeah, no. I think you covered it pretty well. A couple questions from John. Do we need unique designs for the samples?
No, it's up to you. What we'd like to do is give me designs that you are running in your store. What we want to do is build some testimonials so that people can see the products that you're selling. You would like to see that too. You'd probably like to show it to your friends and family. So things that are in your store that you'd like to see, that's what it's here for. We can always load you up with different samples that I have around here, and you can build from that as well. But the whole idea is to make things personal to your store, especially if you're already at that level and you'd like to have it.
From Brewery, will there be a live stream for the Hannibal event?
No, we might record some of the teaching that we're doing there, and we'll give that out to everybody afterwards. But again, it's just going to be a boot camp style. There's really not the whole event won't be a big teaching experience, so it just doesn't make sense for us to do that.
Okay. Yeah. So Mary's asking what if we don't have any yet? I'm assuming she's meaning designs or samples, and I'm not sure what kind of store you have, Mary. If you have done for you site. If not, if there's, like Randy said, we can always kind of build it from the other way. If you're not sure yet, maybe you can get some ideas.
Well, no, that's really easy. Michael, Mary, and anybody else that is at that same spot, just send me an email and say, hey, I don't have any samples. I will come up with some good designs that we're doing here, and that I will duplicate those and have them for you, and you can take all those back, and so you'll at least have the physical products, and I'll find some designs that I think are nice looking and that you can show off. So just send me an email that says, hey, I don't have any really art yet. I need some help with the samples. We'll take it from there.
Okay. So from Kay, is it okay to attend if brand new?
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, Kay. That's kind of where this is geared towards. Is more of a beginners, newer people that just maybe not. I don't want to say struggling, but just looking for some additional help just to get up and going. So. It would actually be perfect for people that are brand new and just want to get some, a few days of focus time with us there. And so, like I said, I put the sign up link in the chat here. There's a few spots left, so if you're definitely interested, and I'll also put the Hannibal Skype group in here in a second, so you can kind of go over to that Skype group and find out some more information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mary says she does have a done for you site. So, Mary, so let's just work on, some of the designs that you have in those. If you want to go over your site and if you think you see some, some good designs that you would like to start marketing or you think would be interesting to, for you, let's go ahead and we'll get those in. So I know like the done for you site. I'm assuming it's a family grandma type of thing. Always the cool grandma is always a good one. But like I said, there's so many to pick from. Go ahead and get a few that you would like to work on, and that could probably be a good goal for you is to actually pick out a few designs, and that's kind of what you can really concentrate on while you're at the event.
Hey, Michael, did you drop in that sample CSV for those that want to grab it and they can fill that out?
I did. It would not take a CSV file, so I just put I just created a Dropbox link for it, so that's also in the chat there, guys.
And so what they're asking, like what kind of samples are we wanting to put together? We want to do a pillowcase for you, a T-shirt, a hoodie, a can wrap, some socks, and a coffee mug. So again, if you have art for all that, get me that. We'll make that work. If you don't have anything and you're not at that point, we'll come up with all these samples, for you. So don't stress over it. That's for sure. And and again, it's perfect for those that are just getting into it because with any business, what you want to do first is you want to build or your site, or if you were a brick and mortar business, you'd want to come in, get your shop set up, get it painted right, get a sign on the door, everything looking like you're in business, and of course from there you'd want to pick out the products that you're going to sell, and that's what you're doing here. And then from there, you're going to learn how to be a good salesman. That's once you have your store built, whether it's an online store or a brick and mortar store, you want it to look right, you want to have the proper products. And then you start getting good at being a marketer and attracting people to your store and selling what you have to sell. So,
I have a couple questions from the group from yesterday. One of them is from Jimmy. He says, "I'm still trying to figure out how to change my logo on the product pages. It's changed on the home page." Matthew, is that something? Are you still with us, Matt?
Yeah, sorry, I was just muted. Yeah, just unmuted myself. Yeah, so to change the logo on your say campaigns page, so your menu might look a little bit different, but you'll have a campaigns area where your campaigns are, and if you go and edit the settings there, it's under page styling. So again, the order of these might look a little bit different on yours, and if it does, you can pop these open and closed and you can move them around, but wherever yours is, you're looking for page styling, and under page styling there is where the logo is. So just something to remember is that T-Rex campaigns are different to WordPress pages, so there's kind of two different places for stuff. So although campaigns look like regular website pages, they are actually within the T-Rex plugin there. So you've always got your pages, which are up here. So all WordPress pages where your site's built out with will be under this section here, which is pages, and all your T-Rex campaign settings are within the T-Rex campaigns down here. So it's just a case of clicking select image there and then just changing up your logo.
Cool. Thank you, Matt. So Sandra also asked yesterday, and I'm not sure, she's usually on, I'm not sure if you're on right now, Sandra, but she was asking, I would like to know about how to make an engaging fan page. So what I'd like to do is just kind of show you, I just saw this question, and I'm just going to kind of fly by the seat of my pants here and just go through some things that I usually do. I'll take the screen here. Okay, let me know when you can see it, Matt.
Yeah, got it, yeah.
Okay, so what I like to do first, and obviously, you know, creating an engaging fan page, there's lots of aspects to it. And first of all, it's just getting it going. And I know I've gone over a lot of cool tips and tricks to get traffic to your page, and we can always revisit those video tips and stuff like that, and joining groups and trying to share your page from your personal page to maybe like a similar group. But what I really like to do is just kind of see what's out there and see what other people are doing, and it really helps me to get a good idea. So let's just say if we take, I don't know, any niche really, like let's just say an easy one is probably like dogs, or let's just say you're doing like an animal. Let's just say I love dogs. Okay. So what I like to do is use a Facebook graph search. Obviously, it's a really powerful tool, and it really helps you. It can get you a lot of information very quickly, right? And what I like to do is I kind of like to see like they usually start off up here with like the top pages, and that's always a great place to start, right? And then what I like to do is kind of see. I scroll through a little bit and just kind of see what people are posting. I kind of see what the engagement is on it. But then if I'm not really seeing much there, I'll kind of come up here and I'll see, okay, look, here's a big page, man. This has got, looks like over almost 2 million likes. So I'm just going to go to their page. And I'm just going to start seeing what they're doing. And I'm just, you know, I'm not going to copy things, or, you know, you may find a meme here or there that you want to save and put on your page, which is fine. Or you can also share it from here to your page, okay? And that kind of builds, you know, if this page sees that your page is sharing things, you're gonna get traffic there. But what I like to do is just kind of see some of the things that they're posting. Now it looks like they're posting a lot of blogs, so this probably has looks like I'm seeing like the animalrescuesite.com, and I'm sure if you scroll up here, this is actually their site. So this is a page that's using a website to drive traffic to their Facebook page, and vice versa. So it looks like they're posting a lot of their blogs. But this kind of cool stuff is you can kind of see what kind of posts are really are getting a lot of interaction, engagement, and that's the kind of stuff that maybe you would want to try. Okay, so if you wanted to say, if you were in, you know, I know we've done. There's a lot of family grandma stores. So like, let's see. Let's just type in family and just see what kind of comes up. Let's go to pages, and this is not really. Let's try. Let's hit search here. And what you're going to see is videos are going to pop up. You're going to see other kind of pages pop up. But what you want to do is kind of keep searching up here until you find something that's similar to what you're trying to do. And what I like, and like I said, all I really like to do is when I first start getting going, of course I'm going to have some basic like ads running to your target audience, okay? I'm going to post a lot of questions, and what I always tell people is in the beginning when you're first getting your page up and running, you might want to just, you know, kind of budget in some things that you can promote without having to spend too much money. So if you find like a really funny meme or really funny video, I like to just kind of get maybe $5 to $10 in just a basic PPE post, And if you're doing a video, you can even do a video views ad where it's very cheap, usually 1 to 2 cents per view. And what I like to do is I like to just go on and just promote those posts. And what that's going to do is, you're spending a little bit of money on it, but you're getting, Facebook is going to see that you're serious about your page. So that's one advantage, is that Facebook is going to see that you're going to spend money. And the more money you spend with Facebook, obviously we know the more reach you're going to get, but also the more trust that they have in your page. A lot of pages pop up here just to sell t-shirts, and they don't post anything on their page but just constant links or t-shirts or promotion, promotion, promotion. Now, if they're paying for it, that's one thing. But if you really want to start growing an organic, engaging fan page, you have to kind of promote some of your just regular posts where you're not trying to sell anything. And so, like I said, funny memes, funny videos are great, because when you put some ad budget, some ad money behind a funny video, you're able to still collect those people in the custom audience, which I've done over a few times. And there's videos in the Facebook group of exactly how you do that. So in the end, you're actually winning. Yes, you're paying for ads to be seen or a post to be seen, but in the end, you're collecting those people in an audience so you can use that audience at a later date. And you would be surprised by how fast your page starts growing, because once those videos start to get seen, the organic reach starts to kind of keep up with the paid reach, and you'll see a lot of that is that the organic reach may even be better, and that's what you're going to get page likes out of it, and Facebook is going to see that your page is engaging, and when people do search for certain things, your page is going to come up higher in the rankings. So those are just a couple little tips once you first start getting going on how you want to figure out how to really keep it engaging, and it can work for any niche. I would probably just spend a little bit more time showing you, trying to find, I know there's a ton of grandma stores out there, and I don't even know the names of them right now, but you just got to keep finding, and you'd be surprised how many funny videos you come across. I show you how to save in those videos, how to save that video as an MP4 and saving it to your own page, or you can share it from that page, either or. But those are some things that I would do when you're first starting out, and not just posting your shirts or whatever you're trying to sell, constantly. So try to think of that. You want to be engaged with your audience. You want to, make sure when you do get a post where you're getting a lot of comments and likes, make sure you go through those and comment on them and reply to people, or just hit the like button. People love that. If they see that the page is actually responding personally to them, to something they commented on, that's what Facebook is about. That's what makes people happy. And so you're going to see that you're going to get a lot more organic growth through your page. And before you know it, you won't have to spend any money growing your page. Any questions on that?
Michael, you're going to cover some of that on, I think, probably Saturday. We've got that penciled in.
Yeah,
and then, what about some of the other, you want to just show a little bit some of the Facebook targeting and ads and things like that, so that it's not seen the first time you get here that weekend?
Sure. So let's just go here. And what I like to tell people is, when you're first starting off and you're going to be first running ads and you're trying to find interest, we can just start from the very basic beginnings here. If you say you're going to create an ad here, and this is stuff that we'll cover. There's different types of ads. One ad you're going to use the most is, once you get your campaigns up and running, is probably a website conversion ad. Okay, there's engagement ads, which were called PPE or boosted post ads. Now that's changed to engagement. This traffic one is called clicks to website or website objectives, and that was for people that tend to click on to other websites, not necessarily that convert or buy things or sign up for things, sign up for events, but people that maybe click on a lot of blogs, a lot of websites from Facebook, which could be an advantage too. And so we'll go over all that. But as far as just basic stuff, Facebook's always got something new to show you. So this is kind of where you'll live for a while when you first start getting going. And let me just let my computer kind of get going here. So once you start building these custom audiences and what I show you, of how I have some custom audience based off of video views and stuff like that. Like you can actually, once you click in here, you'll see that all your custom audiences that you pick up if you want to run an ad are up here, okay? If you create a lookalike audiences, they're all right here. So, and it shows you all the stats. So that's one place. But if you don't have anything built up, like through like any of your Facebook pixels or people that visited your website or anything like that, and you're just starting new, you're going to kind of come through here and you're going to kind of pick out your location. You know, some designs are that you come up with maybe, or that you have, you might want to just test, like usually want to test all of the US, but you know, I've always been a fan of creating designs that, you know, kind of reflect my store, but maybe in some weird way or another can really speak to people in certain states. So always keep that in the back of your mind. I know we have a lot of designs that are very broad, but as you continue to grow and you get new designs, think of things that are, you know, that are kind of trending or that could work, and you want to maybe just, you know, narrow your audience down. So instead of just like this cool grandma loves her grandkids, it's this cool Ohio grandma loves her football and her grandkids, whatever the design may be. So that way you can just, you know, you can kind of narrow it down to where you're just going to be targeting grandmas that are in Ohio or things like that. So that's one thing, but just very basic and broad here. You know, you're going to start here, you're going to add your age demographic in, and hopefully by the time you know, when you start to get going, you're going to kind of know what your designs are looking for, what demo, what gender, and what age group. So that's where you're going to pick all of this stuff. And then really kind of down here is the detailed targeting, okay? And if you're doing, like, let's just say you're doing military. So, you know, what I like to do is just kind of start out typing in and just see what kind of things are in there. Let's just say if it's like if you're doing military, you see how this military right here is a huge number. So if you just type this in, and you don't necessarily know if you have like a nice cool military design or if it's an army, this is not necessarily the thing that you want, because your reach is so large here, and you don't really know what this interest is as far as what people are responding to as military. This could be people that are anti-military, that have just kind of got grouped into that military office. And what we'll really go in depth over is audience insights, where you can kind of weed some of this stuff out in the beginning. But what it does do is, once you kind of type something in here, you see that all of these Facebook will start suggesting things for you, okay? And as you're going through, what you're going to run like a basic broad ad, like to a larger group, which I would think would be like, you know, at about 100,000 and up reach, you can try that. Or if you're going to try to just do single interest ads, some of these is what when you kind of come down here and see what the reach is, you can kind of type one in, and let's just put some parameters here so we don't have it so large. So let's just go 34 and up, okay? Because normally you're probably going to be right around there, unless you're doing really younger age specific things to younger generation. But normally, I would think with most of the designs that you probably have in your stores now, if you have the family and grandma stuff, it's going to be like a 34 to 44 and up. But that also limits, you know, takes down your potential reach. So what that does is, once you, oops, I put that in the wrong place here. So now that I have the United States Air Force in, it will start giving you other interests in here. And really what you want to do is kind of find out what is a good audience for you. And what I like to do normally is kind of test single interest ads. So what I like to do is kind of start off and try to find an interest that's going to kind of keep you not in these millions, which, you know, if you want to try to broad ad, that's fine, but I want to try to find more specific ads where it's the interest is more specific. And so that's where you kind of have to do your homework before you come in here, really through the audience insights. But this is a great place to start, because you can obviously see, if you type in United States Army Reserve, and this may be a little bit, you know, if you're selling like a general military shirt, this is maybe something you want to do. But if you're just doing Army, or like a Navy shirt, which I know there's a lot of people doing Navy shirts out there, or, you know, specific branches, you can kind of click out of that one, see what this reserve one gives you, and then with your targeting in here, you see this United States Army Reserve, you can kind of see over here the potential reach is, that's a pretty good audience. So I would probably test an audience like that if I had something specific. Obviously, you know, with the family and grandma stuff is, I love, I love being grand. I love being grandma. So let's just say you're into that those type of interests. You want to see what your audience is. Maybe you would go up a little bit on the grandma stuff to about 44, just to kind of narrow it down a little bit. And you can see I love being grandma. This is a nice size audience right here. When you click back in here, you can see that there's a whole bunch of other grandparent niches here. And what I usually like to do is try to start off with some single interests and test all of those with different types of ad sets. But I also like to run a test with a big, broader audience with a bunch of these lumped in, okay? Now, some other things you can do here is obviously you can add in demographics. So if you wanted to add in, if you click on the demographics, you can see generational. And this is stuff that if you're not doing, you need to spend some time looking through. So if you have age-specific T-shirts or whatever products you're selling, maybe you want to do the baby boomers, which is, you know, like my parents' age, which was born in the, you know, in the mid to late 50s, and you know, and then you can kind of gauge, you know, what group is that? Are they going to be interested in the shirt that I'm selling? Here's Generation X, millennials. Also, there's just all kinds of stuff in here where you can actually put in some of these demographics in with your targeting. Okay, so here's one, like if you're trying to sell onesies, and like for instance, we're going to be having, you know, we did like some Valentine's Day onesies. We did some. We're going to be having some St. Patrick's Day stuff for youth in onesies. So here's a great thing where you can do all parents. You can do parents of people, parents with preschoolers, with preteens, teenagers, toddlers, moms. This is a great one. Big city moms, corporate moms, fit moms. If you're, you know, this even going through here first can kind of spark some design ideas sometimes. So always look at this stuff. I know a lot of stuff and stuff that I'm testing out right now. So it's politics. I mean, how passionate is that right now? I mean, you can't beat. So you're conservative, liberal, moderate. If you want to try to find, so you can always add these things into your targeting and go from there. Okay, so always check out these demographics. You know, so when you hit this, so let's just say now we have, okay, that kind of came out of, you know, politics, but back to the grandma thing. Look at all these other interests in here. Okay, grandparents.com, and this is stuff that you have to kind of test. And like I said, there's a couple different ways to do that, and this is what we'll be kind of really going over in Hannibal, is to get you going on some of this stuff, to get some ads running. Because let's just say you run a few ads and, you know, a few interests don't work out, but you got really great engagement. Maybe you didn't sell anything off of that? No. Obviously our goal is to sell things and to be successful. But also that's also building your audience, because now you're collecting these people in your custom audience. Even if they came to your page, you're hitting them with your retargeting pixel. So yeah, maybe they don't get you the first time, but we all know it takes a few times, like an average of 6 to 7 times for somebody to see something, an ad, and actually pay attention to it. So
hey,
this is, yeah.
You know, I tell you something I'd like for you to just show briefly before we run out of time. I don't want to keep these guys too much longer, but we're going to cover that. But one thing you might just show them real quick, just how to. Some people are asking, they don't even know how to set up, you know, an ad account and get that set up. It's going to be important that they have that set up before they come to Hannibal. Certainly, we can walk them through
Absolutely.
it. Nice if we showed them a little bit and they're ready to go there.
Okay. Yeah. So now since I have one. What's going to happen here? Let's just go back to Facebook here. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is once you're in your let's see, once you're in your personal account, okay, and you've set up you've already have your fan page set up. Now mine's going to say manage ads right here. So all you got to do is simply pull down this arrow, and it's going to say create ads or start an ad account. I forget what the actual tab is if you don't have one, but that's where you're going to start. It's very simple. So you're just going to click on that. It's going to bring you to another screen where you're going to fill out just your basic information. So they're going to ask for your name, all the normal stuff, and they're just going to ask for a funding source. So that's where you enter your credit card or debit card information in. And as soon as that is registered, your ad account is set up, and you are assigned. Your ad account you will be assigned your special ads manager number. okay? And this is an account number. So this is mine for my personal account, okay? So as soon as you add your funding source in there and everything is set up, you're just going to fill out your name, address, all that kind of stuff. And then as soon as they verify everything, you're ready to go. So then every time you do want to start an ad, you can just do it right from your page again. That you can get your ads manager that way. But until you do that, those few steps, you won't have any sort of thing like that. You have to actually click on there, and it will redirect you to this to the screen where you need to be to enter in all your information.
Somebody's asking, is there a newbie startup link to that Hannibal event? If you have that link, if you could drop it in here, and we can share it again in some of the groups as well. But if you have it, Matthew, maybe you can drop that in.
Okay, I thought I put it in the chat here. If you guys are still in here and you're looking for that link, go to your chat. And I'll see if I can just do it again, just in case you can't see it or whatever. Okay. And that is the Hannibal sign up link right there.
Any other questions, Michael? What else? Anybody asking for? Bruce says he lost our screen, but I still see yours.
Okay.
How's the best way to find out about room sharing and ride sharing for the training weekend? Jump in that group and kind of ask around. I know that somebody has posted that they're arriving in St. Louis at a certain time if they want to share a ride. So check the place to share it is in that Hannibal Skype group.
If you're not part of it, there it is. And also, guys, I know, and obviously with the targeting stuff, it gets a little bit more in depth. I was just trying to show you where to go for a lot of the newbies. Like you said, they didn't even have an ad account set up, which is okay because you have to start somewhere. But we'll be going more in depth, especially with ad sizes for those different types of ads and how you create those and all that kind of cool stuff and how what you do, and it will become like second nature after you do a few of them, and we'll give you some good examples of what type of ads to use and how to really make it look good on mobile and make sure it looks good on the desktop once you start running your traffic.
There's another question by Jay, and it's how do you suggest we split test Facebook ads? That's a whole weekend in itself, of covering some of that stuff. We will touch base on it a little bit in Hannibal, but again, that's that's a lot to cover, and someday we will spend a little more time on that.
Yeah, and we will definitely because there's a few different ways, but I know we've talked there's some software out there like AdEspresso who does a really nice job at making it very easy for you to test single interest, or you can also do it easily in Ads Manager and stuff like that. You usually just create like a different ad set, but like I said, we'll touch briefly on that just to kind of give everyone at the beginning, the first step, and then we will definitely spend some more time on doing that and how to test out single interest, split test, all that kind of stuff.
Well, I think we've covered an awful lot for today. If you have any questions, again, drop them in the Skype groups or the fan pages. We will continue this conversation on Thursday as well, and if you have any things you'd like for us to cover that we haven't, put those in the groups, and we'll make sure we try to bring those up also.
Yep. Just real quick, Carol did say that Facebook, and I think I just saw that too, they have added a split test on their site, which is cool. So we'll look into that and make sure that we kind of help you guys out with that too. I haven't looked too much into that. And also, just as a teaser, guys, I'm not spending a whole lot of time on it, but I am researching it a little bit, and I'm just curious, really, more than anything, because that's all that's in my newsfeed nowadays, is these live Facebook polls. And I'm sure you've seen them, so stay tuned. It might be a little bit further down the road, but I'm going to kind of look into that and see if there's anything that you can do with those, because it seems pretty interesting, and it's live stuff, and it's people voting on your. So I see it a lot with like political stuff and sports stuff, like who do you think's better, the quarterback, this or that, and there's just a ton of engagement on there. So there's a few things you have to do in order to get that up. It's kind of technical, but my brain instantly went to, wow, that would be really cool for split testing a t-shirt design that you have. So if it's possible and you can do it, we're going to find out. I think that would be really cool if we can kind of make that work. I haven't seen anything with t-shirts yet, so that would be kind of cool to get ahead of the game on that. All right, guys. Well, I think that's it. Thanks for hanging out. We will talk again on Thursday. And if you have any other questions, please hit us up in the groups, okay? Thank you
Hey,
so
one
much
other
for your
thing, Graham pointed out, we've had this conversation a couple times on the pillowcases. You know, the description that Rio had in on there, some of those mock-ups he left the 100% cotton description in there. It is 100% polyester. I don't know if you had a chance to change those after the fact, Michael, but those that downloaded it before, you may want to change the product description to 100% polyester on those pillows. And the pillows are really taking off, guys. I mean, we think this is going to be a great product for you. There's a lot of neat ideas that you can do with the pillowcases, so jump into that.
Definitely, and stay tuned for a really awesome St. Patrick's Day graphics pack. Me and Randy have been working on it, and it will be available very soon, and you guys are going to love that. So stay tuned for that.
Yep. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Michael.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye. Thanks, Matt.